From the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, A.J. Pierzynski, Mark Burley, and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Asdrubal Cabrera and Manny Acta's Cleveland Indians. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you Game 2 of this 4-game set and Game 2 of this 7-game homestand. 4 with these guys and finish it off with 3 against the Tigers. So the Sox had to win last night, and win indeed they did with a big 7-run 7th inning, highlighted by a 3-run homer from Brent Morel, his second home run of the game, and a grand slam by Paul Konerko. The Sox come in at 72-70, 8.5 games back of the Tigers, and tonight, Mark Burley.
Mark Burley this year is 11-7. His ERA is terrific, but lifetime against the Indians, he has a losing record. He's 14-16, so this team has been pretty tough on him. However, he's been one of the best pitchers on our staff, and we look for a big outing for him tonight. This is a depleted Indians team. Genmar Gomez goes to the mound for the Indians. He's 2-2, but the last 2 times out, he's given up a grand total of 1 run. This is a guy that's not overpowering, but he's a sinker-slider pitcher that has to keep the ball down to be effective. We'll see if he's effective tonight. So let's win the 2nd game of the series.
All right, as you can see, they're just taking the tarp off right now. Hopefully this game will start on time. So sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Subway. Every day at Subway. Choose from many delicious regular foot-long subs for just $5. Subway. Eat fresh. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today or go to shophonda.com and find great values on a new Honda. AT&T Uverse. Find out more of what's possible at att.com. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by United. Proud to fly the Chicago White Sox.
Let's get out once more. We come from the South Side. Mayor Daley lived there too.
Fukudome is going to lead it off. Then Jason Donald, who's been hot recently, is hitting second. Then it's Cabrera, Santana, Duncan, Chisenhall, Marson, Crow, and Carrera playing center field and hitting ninth. The Degree defensive setup and how they line up behind Mark Burley, it's going to be Pierre, Diaz, and Viciedo left to right, with Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Canerco. Tyler Flowers gets a nod behind the plate. And the Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Mark Burley. Mark Burley looking for win number 12, ERA 334. This is 28th start of the year. Follow all of tonight's stats and info in real time with White Sox In-Game Live, only at csnchicago.com, brought to you by The Great Escape. So with the rain slightly falling, there will be baseball. They've thrown the ball around the infield. We are ready to go. And I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Well, we got a visitor out there in center field. Right in front of the 400-foot marker.
It's a cat.
And once again, good evening, everyone. Welcome. One of the security guys pointing to the door saying, get in there.
Yeah, get in the bullpen. Maybe we can use you in the late innings.
There, and in the bay. So here we go. Well, welcome back to White Sox baseball right here over Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for game 2 of this 4-game set. As Kosuke Fukudome gets set to lead it off. So here we go. First pitch of the ball game from our Mark Burley is taken up high. And that breaking ball hit hard to center field. Way back. And it's caught by Diaz Mercy.
Well, the one thing that Ed Rappuano had to check was if that ball caromed off the wall. If it did, it would have been at least a double. But Diaz able to get a glove on it. He's right back by the Walgreens sign, gets a glove on it, and then catches it barehanded. And there's the look. It does not hit the wall. It is a clean catch. And now Maniac is out there, and he's going to talk it over with Ed Rappuano. They're going to talk it over together to see if it did hit the wall. But as we slowed it down, it did not appear to hit the wall.
Well, you can't blame Manny, and you can't blame Rappuano. So if they do review it, it will be an out. But what a play by Diaz.
Well, it looked like he flipped it forward.
It stayed in the webbing of his glove when it hit in the...
Yeah, and they are calling it an out. Great play.
So here's Jason Donald. Donald hitting at .294, a homer. He's driven in 5. Indians come in at 70 and 71, hitting .247 with a 4.05 team ERA as there's ball 1.
In the meantime, Minnesota is walloping Brad Penny. It's 4-0 in the first inning. Minnesota over Detroit.
And get foul. It will. Oh, the last 2 starts, Penny has been roughed up appreciably. 1-1 to count. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gap, send 400 straight away center. Good pitch, ate him up inside, and the count 1-2. Donald has faced Burley 6 times, has 2 hits, and this is the 12th meeting of the year between these two teams. In the first 11, Sox have won 8.
Jason Donald getting an opportunity because of the injuries in this team, and he certainly is making the most of it.
Full count. Now field straight up. And there's the base hit. So get me over breaking ball right there. And Piazza will get it back in.
So 2 guys up, 2 guys have hit the ball hard. We told you about the struggles of Mark Burley lifetime against these Indians. One of the few teams in this league that has a winning record against it.
That'll bring up the guys who's having a heck of a year, as Asdrubal Cabrera, 275, 22 homers, 82 driven in, and he is a terrific shortstop. 2 for 3 with an RBI last night. Check that he scored the run last night. Tomey had the RBI. Sox won that ball game 8-1. And there's a strike to even the count at 1.
Cabrera, switch hitter, who's been a better hitter this side from the right side. He's got a lot more power, however, from the left side.
There's a bunt. Morel playing back if he gets it down as a base hit. So 1-2 the count. And another foul. And some other games of note. Top of the 4th inning down in St. Petersburg. Tampa Bay leading Boston 5-0.
I don't think you want to run into Tampa Bay right now. They're playing pretty solid baseball, and Boston is having some problems.
They're 2.5 games back of the Yankees. Boston lost the last 2 games. And the count evens at 2 to Cabrera. Later on, the Yankees taking on the Halos at the Big A in Anaheim. It'll be Colon against Jared Weaver. You got a good pitch to hit. Couldn't do anything with it.
Bank of America pitch tracks, and that's a cutter that was right down the middle. What Mark tries to do with 2 strikes is shave off the outside corner, but he didn't get that one far enough away.
Donald 3 for 4 in stolen bases.
If he tries stealing one here tonight, he's got a really good chance of getting picked off.
He gone.
Mark Burley's used the face-high fastball very well this year. And there's another one. It's up and out of the zone. Cabrera can't lay off, and he's the first strikeout victim for Mark Burley.
That'll bring up the switch hitting first baseman tonight. He was a catcher, and he got beat up pretty well behind that plate. Carlos Santana. Fake strike 1.
I talked to Tyler Flowers about it, and he said, you know, it goes through streaks. Some nights, some days, sometimes you'll go 2 or 3 days, you won't get hit. Then all of a sudden you get 4 times the same game.
And the count 0-2. Santana with 3 strikeouts last night.
He said the ball that bounced off him last night, off Tyler, caught a piece of Brian O'Nora. And O'Nora said to him, did that ball hit you? He said, yeah, that's how it hit you.
That's right.
It got away from Santana.
That ball's got a mind of its own.
Well, umpires or catchers don't like caroms because they realize, number one, if you get a bunter who can't bunt or a carom off a body, you're probably going to get hit.
High and wide, 1-2. Weather action. Down in Texas, Oakland scored 2 in the top of the 1st inning. Rangers scuffling a little bit. And there's a shank and a 1 hop into the seats. One on, 2 out. No score here in the top of the 1st if you're just joining us.
3 switch hitters in the starting lineup. Santana, one of them.
And that ball into right center field. Piazza. He's there, makes the catch. That'll retire the side. Nothing across. There was a hit. No errors. One left. A terrific play by Piazza after a happening of play. It's the Indians nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Juan Pierre leading off. Alexei Ramirez hitting second. Then it's Konerko, Pierzynski, Vicieda, Piazza, Flowers, Morel, and Gordon Beckham playing second and hitting ninth. The degree defensive setup and how they will line up behind Gomez. Crow, Carrera, and Fukudome left to right with Chisenhall, Cabrera, Donald, and Santana. Lou Marson behind the plate, and the Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Genmar Gomez. He's 2-2 this year. The ERA just over 4. You can see he doesn't strike out a lot of people, doesn't walk many people. The right-handers have hurt him. He's a sinker-slider pitcher. He is around the plate a lot. But don't look for overwhelming stuff. He doesn't have it. He depends on throwing a lot of ground balls, and if he doesn't throw them, then he has some problems.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As Juan Pierre hitting at .284, a couple homers, 43 driven in, takes first pitch strike from the 23-year-old right-hander. And last night, hit number 2,000. And later on, got 2001. Donald sucks it up, throws him out, 1 down. Sox come in at 72-70. 32-37 here at home, 500, but 40-33 on the road. Sox the only team to have a better record on the road, a winning record on the road, and a losing record at home.
I like the green helmets. I like the uniforms, and I like the fact that they've got green helmets to go with it.
You got to have the right accessories.
Well, that's true.
Alexei hitting at .265, 14 homers and 60 knocked in.
It's a very, very nice color of green. The helmet's a little bit darker, of course.
Genmar Gomez out of Caracas. Tall, lanky, 6'3", 170 pounds.
Got some filling out to do, you'd think.
And that's by Chisenhall, but Crow is there. So it'll be a single.
Well, that's the advantage of occasionally showing bunt. Lexi doesn't do it too often, but because he has showed bunt enough, it brought Chisenhall in at third. And when you're in that close on the grass, you got no chance. If he's playing a regular third base, that's a real easy 5-3.
And here's what Paulie did last night in that 7th inning with the Sox packed. 10th grand slam of his career. Number 29 on the season. He now has 97 RBIs.
He got 2 sliders in a row, the second of which went out of the ballpark. So you can fool him once on a pitch. Probably don't want to go there a second time.
Gap out there in right center. Alexei a decent lead. Oh, and 1 the count. Pauley's sitting on 394 home runs.
Gomez will throw the occasional straight change, but it's not really one of the staples of his repertoire. Basically, sinker slider pitcher.
I believe it was a 66 at bat.
Homerless
streak that he had. Did he snap?
But there's something wrong with your legs at all. It'll be tough to get a whole lot of power. But he was really hurt.
But he played.
But he did play.
There's that slider.
Since Foley's returned to the lineup, he's at 345, 41 hits. Home runs not what he's used to, but still certainly good enough. 21 runs batted in, but look at the on-base percentage at 451. Very impressive.
So here's AJ at 287, 6 homers and 41 driven in. Sinker moves off the plate. Phillies have scored 3, still hitting in the top of the first at Milwaukee. Sean Markham on the bump for the Brew Crew. He's 12-5. Here goes Alexei. And he gone. So that'll retire the side. Funny looking slide right there. Meanwhile, after 1 no score.
Career wins at U.S. Cellular Field. It's the most all time. 627 winning percentage and a 370 ERA in what has been known for a long time as very much of a hitter's ballpark. And that's a good-looking hat for the Chief, Mark Salas. Got a little Irish in him.
And here's Shelley Duncan. Hitting at 259, 8 homers and 33 knocked in. One the count. Duncan 0 for 3 last night. 3 for 8 lifetime off Burley. Off the end of the bat and just into center field.
Duncan doesn't get a lot of it. It's a changeup and a very good pitch on the Bank of America pitch tracks. You see it's low and away. And Duncan hits it in the perfect spot.
Lonnie Chisenhall, 21-year-old third baseman, hitting at 226. And it's a 2-0 Cleveland lead. For Chisenhall, that's number 5.
He had a pretty good idea when that left the bat that the wind wasn't going to knock it down. He hit the daylights out of that one.
He got a chance to be a good player.
5th home run. He's driven in 12. And a Ford home run replay. This ball is out over the plate. And Lonnie Chisenhall, a very, very young player, showing that he's got some pop.
Beckham's got him. So Marson is retired. 1 out. That is the 17th home run this year that Burley has thrown. Trevor Crowe, switch hitting outfielder. 0 for 5 on the season. He was 0 for 2 last night. Takes first pitch strike. Drops that curveball foul.
Trevor Crowe is a former #1 draft pick, 14th pick overall in the 2005 draft. Decent minor league numbers, just never shown much power.
Ate him up right there. So the count hangs at 1-2. Kevin Slowey on the bump for Minnesota. He gone. 2 down.
Got him with a good straight change. Kept it out away. Crowe goes down on strikes. I got to watch the bunt with Ezequiel Carrera. He's got terrific speed. Not much thunder in the bat.
24-year-old outfielder. Carrera likes to wear sunglasses, but not on his face.
No. Remember that in Cleveland.
Likes to wear him on his hat. 3-0. Come back and get him. There's one. 2 3-0 for them. 1-0 for us here in the top of the 2nd inning. If you're just tuning in. And a full count. He came back and got him. He gone. But the 2-run homer by Lonnie Chisenhall after an inning and a half. 2-0 bad guys. Bring home the big TV of your dreams, and satisfaction is guaranteed. Hard to beat that. 2-0 Indians here in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Pierzynski, Viciado, and De Aza. And Tigers threatening in the top of the second. 2 men on. Nobody out. AJ hitting at .287, 6 homers and 41 knocked in. He was at the plate when Ramirez got thrown out. First ball, Hunting. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Alex Avila's just hit a 3-run home run. Opposite field.
We talked about the improvement of that young hitter at .228 last year. This year he's having an all-world year for the Tigers.
Opposite field in Detroit. Not bad for a left-handed hitter. It's a little easier to go opposite field, or oppo, for a right-handed hitter.
Especially if you take it close to the line anyway. Not too many going over that scoreboard.
Nobody's going to go. Well,
opposite field.
Tank can do it. One and 2 the count. Tigers got it on cruise control. 2 and 2.
Well, they've got that great feeling that happens to teams and nobody knows exactly when, but they feel regardless of what the score is that they can come back and win the ball game. They figure they will come back and win the ball game.
It's a state of mind comeback. And there's a chopper base hit up the middle. Plus they got that horse out there every 5th day. He makes everybody better on that pitching staff.
Verlander's 22 and 5, but he probably wouldn't be that good without Valverde being 42 for 42. You get one of those guys that's having that miraculous year as a closer. You know you got the lead late and game over. That's a real good feeling.
It is that. As here's De Aza.
Well, we lost a very valuable member of this team, and a guy who, when spring training started, you wouldn't have said that. And that's Brent Lillibridge. Lost him to a broken hand. Very disappointing.
Well, it was. I saw him went down in the clubhouse just to see how his hand was. He was drilled, there's no question. He turned right into it. And you had to feel like the good chance that it was going to be a fracture in there.
Well, just the sound of it. It looked like it hit the meat part of the hand, but the sound of it, it sounded like bone.
The 0-2. And that's fouled back.
Take a look at the numbers that he'll wind up with, because he is lost for the year. 258, but that doesn't tell the story. 13 home runs, 29 driven in, 10 stolen bases, slugging percentage of .505. If you needed a stolen base late, he would get it. You needed somebody to play first, he'd do it. Center field, right field, left field, didn't matter.
All-purpose player, and played them all terrific. That's high and wide. The official diagnosis: fractured 5th metacarpal in his right hand. Yeah, he had himself quite a season. When you have a guy that's all-purpose like he is, and then you have a pitching staff that's been as good as ours have been. Boy, here on September 9th, you just don't expect to be 8.5 games.
Well, especially when you look at Paulie's numbers, and you see 29, 97. He's been over 210, the 310 most of the year. And you're right, and the pitching staff has been pretty good the entire season, especially once they get the bullpen figured out.
Just got a piece of that one. Two 3-0 for the Indians, 0-2-0 for our Sox here in the bottom of the second inning. And that is a souvenir.
Carlos Santana is a pretty strong guy and a fairly wide guy, but in comparison to Van Vicieto, he looks kind of small.
Ate him up right there. Good pitch. A lot of spin on it. A lot of spin on that ball is Chisenhall. So he'll pick up his 7th error.
That one came spinning off the bat. He got it inside. Diaza fighting it off, just trying to make some contact. And he caught the ball and then just flipped it out of his own glove.
Make him pay. Let's make him pay. 2 on, 1 out, and here's Tyler hitting at .218, 3 homers and 10 RBIs. That's bobbled. That was a perfect double play ball. We catch another break. 2 down.
You're going to pitch in the major leagues and you can't field your position, you're going to open yourself up for a lot of losses. This is an easy 2. But once he bobbles it, he has to settle for 1, and now a base hit scores the tying runs.
Well, we had a man to play right now. They had a good night last night. Brent Morrell. Hitting at .258, 5 homers and 30 knocked in. And here's this first at bat in the 3rd inning. First ball fastball. Solo shot and a 3-run home. And very quickly the count 0-2 with Beckham on deck. That's low and away.
Gomez has yet to make a wild pitch. Of course, this is his 7th start, his 8th appearance.
Got him. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 3rd, trailing 2-0. Sportsnet as the Fire take on the Earthquakes in San Jose. Fire Earthquakes tomorrow night at 9:30 on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
There you look at the line for nachos. They must be really good nachos because that line almost stretches out of the stadium.
2-0 Cleveland. And Fukudomi, who hit the ball very hard his first at bat, hits that one softly but gets a base hit. One pitch, one on.
Left-hander's getting some pretty nice swings at Mark Burley in the early going.
Jason Donald had a single.
He came over from Philadelphia in the Cliff Lee deal, along with the catcher, Lou Marson.
Ate him up. Paulie makes a call, has the ball, out number one. And a reminder, Hispanic Heritage Night and fireworks presented by Miller Lite is Friday, September 23rd. Enjoy post-game fireworks presented by Miller Lite. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Probably the best pitcher to come over in that deal, Carlos Carrasco. Doing a pretty decent job, but he was lost to them to Tommy John surgery, so he'll be gone for at least a year. And that's a big blow to the Indians because they counted on him.
First pitch strike to Cabrera. Struck out on a high fastball. Yeah, he pitched very well.
We saw him look terrific.
Rexy. 2 down.
The advantage of having a shortstop that's 6'2" or 6'3".
Yeah, Freddie Patek may not have caught that one.
Look at Mike Caruso.
Oh, he could sky.
He can get up there.
Freddie Patek was about 5'6", played for Kansas City. Good little player. Hit 3 home runs in a game.
I was going to say, he had a little power.
And that's foul. Santana went out softly to Diaz.
Santana considerably better from the right side. He came into this one hitting .290 as a right-hand hitter, .207 as a lefty.
Drops a curveball on it. 2-2.
See, that's why there's so many folks in line. We get a helmet, a green helmet full of nachos. Some guacamole there, not bad.
And they get it, and that'll reach out of the side. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We need 2 to tie. All the good folks at Bolingbrook. We're going to go with Brent Morrell.
Here's our AT&T trivia question. Who led the American League in hits in 1995 and then led the National League in 1996? If you think about that one for a while, we'll get back to you a little later in the game with the answer.
Here's Beckham. Hitting at .229, 9 homers and 36 driven in. Takes it outside. Gordon at .229, 9 homers and 36 knocked in. 2-0. Indians on top. And there's a shot. Get down. It will. So a good way to start. And here's Juan Pierre. Juan grounded out, hit the ball sharply to Jason Donald. Got a bit of a short armor out there, and he's got good movement.
He's going to top out 89. He might be able to get it up to 90, but he depends on keeping it down and sinking it.
There's a bunt. And it's foul.
Well, at first they didn't get to it quickly. And if that ball doesn't get on the foul side of the grass, it has a chance of spinning back into fair territory. That's the last 2 starts. He's given up a grand total of 1 run. So after a couple of tough starts, he's had a couple of very good starts.
Chisenhall in on the grass at third. And there's a shot foul. Trevor Crowe very short out there in left field. And a reminder, you can stop by the Comcast Fundamentals deck at US Cellular Field for the ultimate game day experience. Visit the Comcast dugout to see official White Sox equipment. Take photos next to life-size player cutouts and listen to updates about the White Sox pitching staff on the Xfinity Voice dugout phone. All brought to you by the great folks at Comcast.
Well, that was as wild a pitch as you'd want to see. In fact, when they invented a wild pitch, that's what they had in mind. Take a look at our Bank of America pitch tracks, and this one barely makes the grid. Right off the glove of Marson, and it hits against the screen. So now a base hit. We cut the lead in half.
2-2 the count. Slider, chop foul. Outfield now. Just a bit of a gap out there in left center, but they're spread out. And that is in the gap, and nobody's going to get it. So here comes Beckham. Pierre will pull up with the RBI double, and it's a 2-1 ball game.
Well, Pierre with RBI number 44. It does indeed cut the lead in half. And he represents the tying run. Gets that ball down and out over the plate. And crushes it.
Going right to Luke Appling. So here's Alexei. He singled right down the third baseline. Chisenhall was in close like he is right now. And there's a slider strike.
One way or the other, Alexei has got to move Juan Pierre along. Whether it's a bunt at Chisenhall or trying to hit it to the right side.
And that's into right field. Wants tagging. Fukudomi got a good arm. Here's the throw. He's safe. And now they're calling for an appeal play at second. And evidently Grappano told him no.
No, I think that they're going to ask Gomez to take a stretch.
Yeah, he's got to go from the mound.
Step off the mound and then throw to second, where Donald will look at Ed Rapuano and say, did he go? Or did he leave early?
Usually umpires would just tell him he's okay. But he didn't. And here we go. Tying run, 1 out at third base. And here's Paulie. Paulie struck out on a slider. Infield in. Outfield straight up. And takes that sinker right there. He'd like to have that one back.
Paul has 10 sacrifice flies this year. Nobody else on the ball club has any more than 5.
Good try, good pitch. Even if he didn't get it, as far as Paulie's concerned.
Paulie's number 5 in runs batted in. 4 ahead of him have over 100, led by Curtis Granderson. He's got a chance to score 150 runs and drive in 125.
Paulie trying to take that one into right field. Now he's down in the count, 1-2.
Curtis Granderson has scored 126 runs and driven in 109 and hit 38 home runs. Nice year.
That'll get the job done. Good. That work right there. Some good woodwork from Paulie, and this game is tied at 2. RBI number 98.
That situation with a sinker baller on the hill, all Paulie's looking for is something waist high. And he got it. It didn't sink. It stayed waist high. His 11th sacrifice fly.
What you want to do as a hitter right there is just don't turn the head of the bat over, and he didn't. Turn the head of the bat over, and it's a ground ball to short. As that pitch inside. AJ grounded out to Santana at first. That ball hit well into center field, but Carrera is there. Makes the catch. Sox pick up a pair. We'll go to the fourth, tied at 2.
Just $20.
A 2-2 tie, and here's Shelly Duncan. He singles softly right off the end of the bat over Burley's head into center field. Takes strike 1. High pop up. Piazza. So 2 pitches, 1 out. And here comes Chisenhall. And here's what he did back in the second inning with Duncan at first.
Hit a no-doubter, which at the time made it 2-0.
Breaking ball strike. Off the end of the bat. Brent's got him. And 2 down. And reminder, Friday, September 23rd is United Flyaway Friday. One lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United proud to fly the Chicago White Sox. Mark Seiple, Mike Corrigan. Mike Seiple Jr. Sparky Jr. As here's Lou Marson. He got it out to Beckham. Takes a little high.
Outfield straight away, not overly deep.
And the count 2-0. The 3-0 pitch. There's one. 2-4-1 for them. 2-4-0 for us. Full count.
Did this to Carrera in the second inning, fell behind 3-0, and then struck him out.
Nope. Solid single to center.
Bank of America pitch tracks. It was a fastball. And he took it exactly where it was thrown. Outside.
Trevor Crowe struck out. And he takes first pitch strike. Second of 4 against these Indians. Tomorrow afternoon, Philip Humber against Fausto Carmona. And that game will be over Fox if you can't make it to the ballpark. And on Sunday, Zach Stewart against Ubaldo Jimenez. And that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. The 1-2 pitch. Now feel just about equidistant and straight up. Tigers have come back from a 4-0 deficit to tie it at 4. Still threatening for more. Man on third, 1 out.
Got him in this situation and struck him out on a 3-2 changeup back in the second.
He gone. Change up again. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Tied at 2.
American League in hits in 1995 and then turned around and led the National League in hits in 1996. Lance Johnson, 186 with the White Sox, 227 with the Mets.
And the Tigers have just taken a 6-4 lead on a 2-run homer by Ramon Santiago. Kevin Sloy is getting ripped. But we got our own problems here. We're in a 2-2 tie. It's the bottom of the fourth. We got the Tank, then Diaza, and Tyler Flowers. Tank single right back to the middle in the second inning. Can't get that slider on first pitch. He got away with one right there.
Here's our AT&T UVerse multi-view. We'll give you a center field shot looking in at Viciedo. See Chisenhall at third in case the Tank does pull it. And there's a side shot of Diane.
Two balls, two strikes. Tank hitting a .372. The homer, 4 RBIs since being called up. Got himself out that at bat. Third strikeout for Gomez.
If he doesn't start laying off those, he's going to see an awful lot of those as he starts to see teams for the second time.
Well, Viciedo has a history of making adjustments. First year, 3 years ago, he sent it to Birmingham. As there's a bunt fouled. Started off horribly. First month and a half, 2 months. All of a sudden, here he comes, and he finished up great. Last year, not this year, but last year, first year at Charlotte, same thing. First month and a half, didn't do anything, and came on great. Same thing this year. Not as horribly, but he seems to adjust to every level.
There'll be some guys that take advantage of him early. But if they make a mistake, he is going to hit the ball hard. And they will make their mistakes.
A lot of them.
Then eventually he's going to start hitting some good pitches like Paulie does now. Paulie's the finished product. And Diane is in the infancy stages of what should be a really good career.
Pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get it.
Bank of America pitch tracks. So you might have had the inside part of the inside corner.
And the 2-1. And there's a base hit. Alejandro now 1 for 2.
Alejandro loves the ball down. He gets it down and just serves it into center field.
The Tiger offense on a roll. The team hitting, I believe, .328 for the last 13 games.
Not too many of those Minnesota pitchers going to be able to hold them down.
No. Nope. And Tyler takes strike 1.
If you're going to run, you better get a very good jump, because Marson, who doesn't hit particularly well, does have a very quick and accurate release and a strong arm.
Well, tomorrow they've got Schwarzak going against Scherzer. And then on Sunday, Scott Diamond against Doug Fister.
Scott Diamond could have some trouble with the boys.
A bunch.
He comes up with another pitch quickly.
A bunch. There he goes. And he slid right into it.
Yeah, if you're going to miss, what catchers will tell you, if you're going to miss it all with the throw, miss on the first base side of second. There are no outs on the third base side of second. And this is the second time that Marson has gotten the throw off. This was a perfect throw. He missed just a little bit on the first base side of second. That's it. Slides right into it.
And Jason Donald in perfect position.
Goes out on the short hop, but make sure that he's back far enough to put the tag out.
Two out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a chopper to Hopper, Chisenhall. And that'll retire the side. We have concluded 4 innings, and we're still tied at 2. Fifth inning. Here at US Cellular Field.
Well, we didn't see a bunt from Carrera last time, but you see Brent Morrell move in a whole lot closer than where he is now. There he goes. Now he's in on the grass.
That's the bunny. He struck out. It's up in the count 3-0, and Burley came back and punched him out. Fireworks tonight and tomorrow night, so make your plans to be with us as he tries a little mini butcher boy right there.
It's not easy to get it by Mark Burley, who doesn't fall off the mound quite as much as most left-handers fall off to the third base side.
And tomorrow that game is a 3:10 game. 2-5-1 for them, 2-5-0 for us. And that ball into center field.
One thing you love to see is the little men hit the ball in the air. If they hit the ball in the air, it's going to be tough going for them.
So here's Fukudomi. He's 1 for 2. Diaz made a heck of a play on him, leading off the ball game. And if you missed it,
it's not as hard as Fuki can hit the ball the other way. And what the umpires met about was, did it hit the wall? And it didn't. Great play by Diaz. Took away 2, possibly 3 bases from Fukudomi.
it's a little harder in that heel. It may have been a home run. Outfielder from Pittsburgh had that happen to him tonight. As there's the strike, and the count 3-2.
Inside the park home run?
No. Hitting his glove.
Yep.
Bounced over the fence.
Oh, I've seen that a time or two.
Yeah.
So Canseco have it hit off his head, bounce over the wall.
As that ball into right center field. Tank is there. Makes the catch. 2 down. That's one of the funniest bloopers I've ever seen.
That was a good one. And a teammate of mine, both with the White Sox and the Orioles, Pat Kelly in Baltimore, carried a ball. The ball was about 5 feet from the wall. He went running back, carried the ball, hit the wall, and threw it out of the park.
They didn't claim possession?
No. He claimed a home run. And it was. He never took it out of his glove with control.
That ball hit well. Diaz is back there. Right in front of the patio. Makes the catch. And that'll return to the side. We're halfway home in this 2-2 tie. And we were just talking about that ball hitting somebody or a glove or whatever. Here's May 26 back in 1992. What's this?
This is well played.
Guess that juice hardened up a lot of things, didn't it?
I guess.
Hardened up your head.
Yeah. That one was like
Normal
hitting off
guy.
a trampoline.
Knocked him right out. Breaking ball strike to Brand, who struck out on a slider. And sinker strike. Very quickly 0-2. Wouldn't bite for that one. Hey, this young man, Genmar Gomez, is 23 years old. Looks like he knows what he's trying to do out there.
He's got a nice slider. He was working on a cutter earlier, and it was really interfering with the slider. And they said, look, forget about the cutter. You're a sinker slider pitcher. Just work on the slider. And it's become a pretty good pitch for him.
There's a sinker, one hopper. Santana, one out. Well, he's only made one mistake with a slider. He got away with it. If he missed, he's missing downs,
which is obviously what you're looking for. Miss out of the zone.
So here's Beckham. Gordon started off that 2-run third with a base hit, solid hit to right field, and scored. Minnesota scored 4 in the first inning. Tigers scored 3 in the second, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and still hitting in the fifth. And that's beat foul.
They've taken a 7-4 lead at the end of 5. Fall down by 4 means absolutely nothing to them. By the way, they were 4 runs down. There was only 1 out in that first inning.
That's up high, 2-1. Juan Pierre on deck. Changeup. Getting so many of those. 3-1.
Now Gordon should get one hittable. Let's make it be a strike.
Good pitch to hit. Didn't do anything with it. 2 down.
Sully sent him some more cheese straws, by the way. Thought I'd let you know. He couldn't tell me how they were made, though. I asked him how they were made, and didn't have any idea.
Send Gordon some more?
Yeah.
And not us?
Well, he invited me to his locker, to which I...
Come on, Sully. That's cold. That's high and wide. One for 2, an RBI double, and a run scored. And that ball, Guerrero, it's right there. Quick 1-2-3 inning, and we'll go to the 6th. Carlos was perfect his last start. Gets a nod against Ubaldo Jimenez and the Indians. Coverage begins at noon with Philco White Sox pregame live. Sunday at noon only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. As Drupal Cabrera chops that curveball foul. He has struck out, and he is lined hard to his counterpart, Alexi. Checks it up, and the count 1-1. Cubs were leading Mets 3-1. It is now 4-3 Mets. Change up outside, 2-1. Tampa Bay leading Boston 7-2. That game in the top of the 8th down at Tropicana Field. Texas has come back to take a 3-2 lead over the A's. That game in the bottom of the 5th down in Arlington. And the count goes full. Atlanta leading St. Louis 2-1 in St. Louis, top of the 4th. Another chopper.
Got to get this guy out because this could shape up to be a very tough inning. And Cabrera, although Mark negates the running game, he's one of their best runners.
And that is lying off the facade of one of the super suites. And this next pitch will be number 81 for Mark.
This is a good battle so far. One of their best, if not the best hitter, against one of our best pitchers. Mark has tried to work him every which way. There's the Bank of America pitch tracks. You see it's gone in, out, up, down, and every variation.
And that ball hit hard but foul. And another foul.
Marcus saying, I'm running out of pitches. Hit it between the lines at somebody.
He did. Piazza. That used to be commonplace. Of course, you didn't see that many, quite that many, very often, foul balls. But a guy, especially on a hot day, he just yell in, here,
Put the ball
where you want it.
Put the ball in play. They're the starting pitchers, and as you can see, not much to choose from between the two.
Santana has gone out to Diaz and grounded out to Alexi. And takes that up high. .25-year-old switch hitting catcher, first baseman, and a curveball strike to make it 1-2. Full count.
He's run the count full on both of the first two hitters.
And he walks him. First walk issued by Burley. And a reminder, you can join the Shy Sox mobile group by texting Southpaw to 244-769 for a chance to win a Southpaw appearance for your birthday party, your wedding, or your winter holiday party. Southpaw is available 365 days a year for your special event. So text Southpaw to 244-769 to enter.
Duncan doesn't run very well, so if you can get him to hit the ball on the ground, get a good shot at 2. And Santana was leaning the wrong way, even though he didn't have much of a lead. He had to scramble to get back.
High pop-up. He just missed that one. He put some top hand on it, so Alexei is there for out number 2.
There's Brent, knowing that his season is over. Very difficult for him. By far and away the best season he's had.
Yes, indeedy.
I'm not sure that he could do anything from here on in to raise his stock, however. I think it was just about as high as it could get with all the people that matter in this organization.
Chisenhall 0-2. Chisenhall hit a 2-run homer in the second inning. Then he grounded to third off the end of the bat in the fourth inning. And that ball's gone.
That was a rolling curveball, and Mark knew he made a mistake. He just stood on the mound, looked in, and asked for another baseball.
And he has given up another one, and it's 4-2 Indians.
First mistake Mark has made with a curveball tonight. And unfortunately, it was a roller right over the middle. His first multi-homer game for the youngster, Lonnie Chisenhall, and our fourth home run replay. And there's the curveball that just comes rolling and rolls right on out of the park.
First pitch strike to Marson, who's 1 for 2. Four 6-1 for the Indians, 2-5-0 for our Sox. And count 2-1.
Six and 14 on the power numbers for Chisenhall.
Turns that one over on the change, and it's 2-2. And there's a base hit. So 1 on 2 down, and that'll bring up Trevor Crowe, who has struck out twice, both times on changeups.
Don Cooper calling the pen.
First pitch strike. Second pitch strike, and the count 0-2. $26,711.
Will Oman losing in the pen.
Outfield straight up. Just joining us. Indians 2 in the second, 2-run homer by Chisenhall. We scored 2 in the third time, and here in the top of the sixth. Still hitting another 2-run homer by Chisenhall as there goes Marson. And a bad throw.
Good throw gets him. That one hopped. Back him at second. Third stolen base of the year. You don't find many catchers that do that, but Marson, good athlete, gets a decent jump going on first move. Tyler had some time. Didn't keep it in the air long enough.
Heading more into it is now 3-2. He's had a lot of 3-2 counts, as did Gavin Floyd last night.
Ready to deliver pitch number 106. As you can see, this inning far and away the toughest for Mark Burley. And I told you at the top, this one shaped up to be a difficult one.
And there is ball 4. So the second walk of the game, second walk issued this inning. And that'll bring up Carrera, who has struck out, and he has gone out to center.
Tom Cooper wants to know if Will Oman is loosened up and ready to go. They'll probably give him Carrera, but he won't face Fukudome if he can't get Carrera.
And there's a shot. So Marson's going to score. And on the throw, Carrera goes into second. And it's a 5-2 lead. And Ozzy's getting ready to come out. So he will come out. Mark Burley will depart as he gives up 3 here so far in the top of the 6th, and we'll be back. Postgame Live presented by Illinois Back Institute. Postgame press conferences, player interviews, and a full breakdown of the action only on Bears Postgame Live Sunday immediately after the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Our Honda call to the pen is Will Oman, who inherits runners at second and third. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Was been a nightmarish 6th so far. 1-3 ERA, 4.27. There you look at the numbers. 50 strikeouts, 16 walks. That's pretty impressive. He certainly would love to retire Fukudome and not let this one get completely out of hand. It's already a 3-run lead.
Fukudome is 1 for 3. Takes that one off the outside corner. And there's a bullet. That's going to score a pair, and it's a 7-2 Cleveland lead.
RBI 16 and 17 for Fukudome. He gets a fastball in the inner portion. And he's hit the ball very hard tonight. Close the book on Mark Burley at 5 2/3 innings, 7 runs on 8 hits, a couple of walks and 4 strikeouts. Cleveland continues to give him a hard time.
They'll bring up the 9th hitter, Jason Donald, who's 1 for 3. 7-9-1 for them, 2-5-0 for us. Addison Reed. Young man right there has got a chance. Texas now leading Oakland 4-2, top of the 7th, down at Arlington. And that's chop foul. Tomorrow afternoon it'll be Philip Humber against Fausto Carmona, and that game will be over Fox if you can't make it to the ballpark. And on Sunday, Zach Stewart against Ubaldo Jimenez. And that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. Then the Tigers come in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Long set. And the kick and the pitch. And that's chop foul. Oh, we have had an inordinate amount of foul balls tonight. A whole bunch.
Philip Humber. Gavin Floyd. Making up 40% of the starting rotation. Occasionally 33%, depending on how many starters they go with.
Bowers blocks that one. And the count evens at 2. Outfield straight up. As Drupal Cabrera on deck. And another foul ball.
Full moon.
Boy, I tell you, it's a beautiful sky.
All the clouds have gone elsewhere.
And that's inside for a full count. Jason Donald look-alike of Mike Andrews, former second baseman for.
Remember him? I was a teammate of his.
Red Sox, White Sox, Oakland.
He came up with the thing. He could not get the ball to first base. It was a shame. He was a good hitter.
And there's a tough hop right there, made look easy by Lynn, but a big crooked number goes up on that board. We're in trouble. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, trailing 7-2. Come into any Chicagoland Hooters location when the Sox are on the road to catch the games on their flat screen HD TVs and enjoy great Miller beer features. We got some work to do. We'll get some time to do it in. 12 outs. It'll be Alexei to lead it off.
Big White Sox fan Don Vogel looking on in Ahwatukee, Arizona.
Alexei. He's 1 for 2. Takes first pitch strike. And that's off the plate. So 1-1 to count. Start us off right here. Off the glove. Right to Donald. Scoops it up. Throws him out. 1 down.
That was a base hit, if not for the deflection. And he didn't deflect it softly enough for Alexei to beat it out. Gomez able this time to save himself on a ball up the middle. And Jason Donald does the rest.
So here's Paulie. Paulie has struck out and has a sacrifice fly, picking up his 98th RBI. That was back in the 3rd inning when we scored our 2 runs. For the most part, though, Zenmar Gomez, 23-year-old, 6'3", 170-pound right-hander out of Caracas, has not been in any trouble outside of that 3rd inning.
We've got a little help from Lou Marson behind the plate, who's gunned down a couple of would-be base stealers. Ramirez in the 1st. Diaza in the 4th.
That one at 91.
That was some very good movement on that one. Paulie able to check his swing on a ball that he wasn't going to do anything with.
And the changeup. So Paulie for the 2-1 count. Pierzynski on deck. Good pitch right there by the youngster.
That was an identical pitch to the one that Paulie laid off of the pitch before. He buries this one with good movement in on his hands.
So a full count. The Indians trying to square up this series at a game apiece. Sox won last night 8-1. 2 home runs by Brent Morel, a solo shot and a 3-run blast, and a grand slam by Konerko. And that's a chop foul. Sox with 7 runs in the 7th inning last evening. Outfield slightly to the left, gap out there in right center. So we'll see what Genmar wants to do with Paulie on the full count with a 5-run lead. Nobody on. Ball hit sharply. Donald.
You see it right in front of it. That one took a very high hop. That's what you're supposed to do. Just throw it right down the middle, have a guy hit it as hard as he can, and maybe you'll have him hit it at somebody. Look at this hop. But because he stayed in front of it, he's able to pick it off his chest and throw him out.
AJ has grounded to first, and he has gone out deep to center. That one at 92 for Gomez.
9 ground balls thrown by Gomez so far, and we're not through the 6th.
And that's fouled back. Pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get it.
Bank of America pitch tracks. We'll see where the 3 appears. Just at the top of the zone.
And there's a base hit. Carrera cannot cut it off. So AJ now. They're pulling the second. That's his 26th 2-bagger.
That fastball had the whole plate. It was down. And AJ hit it very hard. Past Carrera, who tried to cut it off, couldn't.
And that'll bring up the Tank. Tank is 1 for 2. Single in the second, and he struck out on a bad slider in the 4th. Lays off that slider. And that one just does catch the outside corner, says Alfonso Marquez. And a reminder, Fan Appreciation Day is Wednesday, September 28th. All fans will receive a 2011 White Sox team poster presented by U.S. Cellular. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Joe Smith listening up in the bullpen.
And that's high. And there's a high slider.
And that one he got away with. That ball was very hittable. Up and out over the plate. He wanted to low and away, and he's fortunate. It wasn't a 2-run homer.
Nice snap right there. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 7th. It is 7-2 Cleveland. To be included in a random draw to purchase tickets and a chance to see Team USA versus Team Europe, go to RyderCup.com.
And Edison Reed comes into the game. He has gone just about every stop through the Sox system this year. And overall, the numbers are very impressive. Made his major league debut against the Tigers back on September 4th.
Addison, 22 years old, 6'4", 220 pounds. Etiwanda, California is where he lives.
ERA of 1.26 at all 4 levels. And there's the one game that he threw with the Sox.
Here is Cabrera. He started off that 5-run 7th inning with a fly ball to center field. Pretty good breaking ball right there. Just ate him up.
Cut that ball right in on his hands. And not much that Cabrera could do with it.
He gone. Yeah.
After the slider just reached back and got some 96 and threw it right by him. And he was late on the swing.
Real late. Santana 0 for 2 with a walk. He started off that by walking against Burley with 1 out. And then Duncan popped up. So there was 2 out, a man on first base, and then a 2-run homer by Chisenhall. Base hit by Marcino, another walk to Crow, base hit by Carrera, and a 2-run single by Fukudomi. That was off Will Oman. And 5 runs across the plate. And the count 1-2. He's got some credentials. He was named the 2009 National Stopper of the Year by the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. After leading the nation in saves, he was selected first-team All-American in 2009 by Collegiate Baseball. That's foul back. Had a chance to meet his parents in Detroit.
They had to be pretty excited.
Oh, ecstatic. He's got a great mound presence. Looks like he is supremely. Watch out. He go. There was a changeup he had no chance on.
Well, the bat preceded him back to the dugout, but he goes and follows it. After 96, that changeup looks pretty good when it's 84.
Especially when it's eye high. But it wasn't over the plate. So here's Duncan. He's 1 for 3. Takes that fastball at 96. Addison selected in the 3rd round. You see a guy like this, it's amazing how he got through.
I was going to say, you wonder how.
I mean, how does he get through the first 2?
One thing I can think of is maybe an injury.
Possibly. That would have to be one of the first considerations you'd have.
Well, look at his size. He throws 96. Got 3 pitches that he can command. So that'd be something there.
The 1-2. There's a good fastball hitter. Got it right down the line on the 2-2 count. So Duncan picks up his 11th 2-bagger.
It's really the first time in this series we've had a chance to see him turn on a fastball. He was 0 for 3 last night. Now he gets a fastball up. And he's in the big leagues because he doesn't miss those.
Well, as we talked about last night, Shelley can turn a 30-30.
No doubt.
So here's Chisenhall. He's 2 for 3 with 2 2-run homers. 1 in the 2nd inning and 1 last inning. And if you miss those 2 home runs,
it's our Xfinity high-speed action replay. That one coming in the 2nd, made it 2-0 at the time. And that rolling breaking ball coming in the 6th made it 4-2 at that time.
Yeah, you got a high slider and then a roller for Mark and didn't miss him.
That one is the first multi-homer game of his very young career, which Looks like it's going to be a good one.
It won't be the last one. And that fastball. 1-2 the count. He gone. Gas. Strikes out the side. 7th inning stretch. We trail it 7-2. Ultimate experience in the LG Skyline Club, United South Seats, Gold Coast Tickets Club, or Diamond Suites. These areas offer exclusive amenities and benefits. So for more information, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com/premium seating.
Joe Smith comes into the game. He's 3-3. ERA spectacular, 187 on for the 63rd time, so he's been a busy man. He's given up just 1 home run in 57 2/3 innings. Gomez did a very nice job. 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts.
He's impressive. He's
Good-looking
impressive.
youngster.
Yes, he is. Another short-arming right-hander with a good sinker. Watch out. Watch out.
Well, that's really getting sawed off, and I mean, fortunately, nobody got hurt on that one. That one right in on the hands. The ball went fair. The bat goes over the dugout. Unfortunately, the sharp end of that one doesn't do any damage.
So the odds are now 1 for 3, and that'll bring in Tyler Flowers, who was 0 for 2. Barring injury, I got to think Mr. Addison Reed's got a chance to make this ball club next year.
Got a nice arm. He's got a nice arm.
Got a big arm.
He's got good, solid pitches. Anytime you throw that hard and have a changeup with it, and a late breaking slider that he has, I mean, that 1.26 ERA this year was not an illusion. You can understand why not too many guys in the minor leagues could deal with him.
Yeah, that wasn't coming off a guy who throws about 84, 85, 86 with a good curveball.
No.
So that's out number 2. And here's Morel. Brent is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out to first. I'll tell you, Joe Smith, the more you see him, the more you gotta like him.
Well, he's got a late breaking slider. His fastball moves.
You don't see many guys from where he throws with a late breaker. As there's a line drive to second. That didn't take long. We're into the 8th.
And it's Shane Lindsay. His numbers from Double and Triple A this year: 3-3. The ERA of very good, 2.18 in 50 games. He's been in a couple of games with us, a couple of innings. Things didn't go very well for him, but he's got a chance for a redeemer here tonight.
Lower third of the Indian order: Marson, Crow, and Carrera. Marson is 2 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base. Seven, 10, and 1 for their guys. 2, 6, and 0 for our guys here in the top of the 8th inning. Texas now leading Oakland 8-2. That game in the top of the 8th down at Arlington. Nets beat the Cubs 5-4. Tampa Bay over Boston 7-2. Baltimore shut out Toronto 2-0. Jeremy Guthrie picked up the victory. Yankees hitting in the top of the 2nd at the Big A in Anaheim. No score. That's Bartolo Colon against Jared Weaver. San Diego leading the D-backs 1-0. D-backs, surprise team in baseball.
Ian Kennedy ran his record to 19-4 last night.
He's something. D-backs with a 7.5 game lead over the defending world champion San Francisco Giants. Atlanta leading St. Louis 2-1, top of the 7th. In St. Louis, Phillies 5, Milwaukee nothing. The good Dr. Halladay, as he gone. One down.
Bank of America pitch tracks said that that ball had half the outside corner. So Marson, who had a couple of hits tonight, took a seat.
Alfonso Marquez has had a good night behind the plate.
He has. Very good.
A good night.
Nobody said much of anything to
No.
him, which is a good sign.
Yep. Milwaukee just got on the board. They're hitting in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 5-1. Phillies trying to pick up their 93rd victory. And here it is, September 9th. That's crazy.
Now with that starting rotation, it's not.
That's crazy. Well, as we talked about, that's probably the best team in baseball. Besides that starting rotation, they got some pretty good players.
They do indeed. Victorino, you don't hear much about. He's one of the catalysts of that offense. Utley, Howard,
Rollins.
They picked up, yeah, Jimmy Rollins. When he hasn't been healthy all the time. When he's healthy, he's something.
Pence.
And they picked up Hunter Pence from Houston. He's hitting over 300, so
No, that's a hell of a ball.
yeah, that gives them the right-handed presence that they missed when they lost Jason Worth for $126 million to the Nationals.
So Crow walks for the second time. And that'll bring up Carrera, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI. And that pitch is souvenir left side. And that's out of play. Great story about Lindsay's mom, Zane's mom, flying over from Australia, getting into Detroit about 4 o'clock in the morning.
With a late ticket at about 4th hour.
That's a great story. It really is.
If you're not paying the 4th hour, it is.
Who knows? She might be a billionaire.
But you got a chance to see his major league debut.
That's all it was about.
That was
My
it.
mom was like that. She was a single parent. She used to drive all over. Watch me play in high school. She made $56 a week working as a secretary. There he goes. And he's safe. So that's stolen base number 1 for Crow. And I was a mama's boy. I told Shane, I said, I'm a mama's boy. He said, I am too. The 2-2 pitch and another souvenir left side. Foul tipped. Couldn't hang on to it. Now field about equidistant, slightly to the left. Indians 2 in the second. We scored 2 in the third. They added 5 in the sixth off Mark. Indians been a club that had Mark's number for the most part in his career. It's a full count.
If we don't come back in this one, he will be lifetime 14-17 against the Indians. Not a lot of teams can say they have a winning record against them.
Well, Mark's 42 games over 500. So that'll tell you that. Just ate him up, but not playable. That ball hit hard. Nobody's going to get that one. Saw too many pitches, and he falls down going around first. That would have been a triple.
Yeah, it would have been a triple easy, but you got to watch out. Occasionally, the infield will jump up and bite you.
So the walk comes around to score.
Got 2 hits, 2 runs batted in, and he crushes this ball.
The more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become.
Now he's thinking about 3. However, he goes down.
Down goes Carrera.
But he's back up. Second run batted in of the night.
So here's Fukudome. He's 2 for 4 with a couple of big RBIs. A 2-out single coming back in the 6th inning. Knocking in a pair. One and one to count. Fukudome has swung the bat well last few games against us, as a matter of fact. Here's what he did leading off the ball game. Wants to play by down.
That's to go with his 2 hits. That would have been the 3rd.
And Shane falls behind 3-1. And another full count. Yes, he gone. 2 down.
Fukudome swings at one that's up and out of the zone. At 94. Can't catch up to it.
And here's Jason Donald, who's 1 for 4. Breaking ball, that's down low. And that's out of play. And a reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox. Browse the largest selection of the official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at whitesox.com.
That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, it was.
That he didn't get. That had the whole plate is Josh Kinney listening up in the pen. Take a look where the 3 appears.
And that is into one of the suites. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 in. Here in the top of the 8th, they lead it 8-2.
Hagedorn comes throwing in the pen.
He gone. That hook was called, and he strikes out the side himself. But 1 run crosses the plate. We trail it by 6.
And 2 more with the Tribe here tomorrow at 3:10, and then the finale on Sunday at 1:10 before the Tigers come to town for 3, and then we hit the road to go to Kansas City. There are the probables. Carmona against Umber tomorrow. Jimenez against the almost perfect pitching Zach Stewart on Sunday.
So, first pitch to Gordon. Gordon's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Started off that 2-run third for us with that base hit. Top of the 9th in Detroit, 8-4. And Valverde on. Not in a save situation. So maybe they'll get to him.
That's unusual because, yeah, in a non-save situation, he's very hittable. 42 for 42 in save situations.
Attaboy, Gordon. Just drills that one down into the corner. That shades of 09 right there.
He must like green.
I tell you what, watch him on this. That's what he did so well.
Keep his head right down on it.
Just didn't try to do too much with it. He'll get there. And here's one. One is 1 for 3, an RBI double, and a run scored. The double was hit number 2002 in his career. 3-0. And there's a strike. Let's put a big number on him right here. Big number right here. That ball hit into right center field. Fukudomi is there. So Gordon will tag. He'll go into third. And that's out number one. And here's Alexi. He is 1 for 3. First pitch strike. Slowly hit, sucked up by Donald. And that is out number 2 as Gordon scores. Then it's an 8-3 ball game.
Bat number 61 for Ramirez.
And this is Pauly. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly, picking up RBI number 98. Pick up 99 right here. And that Tiger game is over. So unless we can do something, come back here, we will be 9.5 games back.
That's not good.
Chisenhall. But Cabrera right behind him.
That was unusual.
Yeah. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the 9th. Trail by 5. Live, watch highlights and get analysis from Chuck and Bill, plus go live to Ozzy's post-game remarks. Don't miss Galaxy White Sox post-game live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Josh Kinney comes into the game. He's the 5th Sox pitcher of the night. Mark Burley went 5 2/3, gave up 7 of the runs on 8 hits. McKinney comes in, very impressive stint this year. This is the 8th game. And he's looked pretty good just about each and every time out. ERA 169, on for the 8th time. 14 strikeouts in 10 2/3.
Cabrera, Santana, and Duncan face Josh Kinney. Texas just putting it all over Oakland now, 13-4, bottom of the 8th. Ball hit sharply, and 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll work. Cabrera now 0 for 5. Here's Santana. He's 0 for 3. He started off that 5-run 6 with a 1-out walk.
The Indians tonight, for the most part, did it 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Throw getting 2 runs, 2 walks, scoring 2 runs. But Chisenhall, the 2 big homers.
Breaking ball. And the count 0-2. Tomorrow afternoon, Philip Humber against Fausto Carmona. Make your plans to be with us. Can't. That game will be over Fox. And on Sunday, Zach Stewart against Ubaldo Jimenez. And that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. Phillies have defeated, no, check that, end of the 8th inning. They lead Milwaukee 5-1. Halladay on the bump, 16-5 with a 2.44.
And he usually likes to go the distance.
Well, he's still got that mindset.
How about James Shields with his 11 complete games?
That's a mindset. You get some guys, you ask them to go 9, they look at you like you're crazy.
9 what?
Yeah. Good try. Didn't get it. Full count.
There's a young man with his green helmet.
And he walks it. That'll bring in Duncan. He's 2 for 4. A single, a run scored, and a double.
He's very interested in the phone.
Off the end of the bat. Rack him up. Santana just looking. We'll go into the 9th. The bottom of the 9th. Trailer.
retired from the Red Sox along with Justin Masterson and Brian Price in the trade that sent Victor Martinez to Boston. 2 games so far, ERA 7.36. Made his major league debut September 1st against Oakland. Threw in Double and Triple-A this year. And the Indians think he has a chance to be pretty good.
Pierzynski, Desiedo, and Diaza. That fastball at 95 upstairs. 8-11-1 for their guys. 3-7-0 for our guys. Ani Chisenhall, a couple of 2-run homers. And the count 2-0 to AJ. There's a strike. Lays off that one. Put a late inning rally on him. Give him a finish. Set us up for tomorrow. That's a start if it's fair. It won't.
Wasn't fouled by much. Had plenty of distance. Just hooked in front of the pole. AJ trying to hit his 7th home run. Got a 3-1 fastball on the inner portion. And got around a touch too quickly.
Another good hack right there. That one at 97. That big left-hander can rush it up there.
That's why Boston didn't particularly want to give him up, but for Victor Martinez, turned out to be a very good trade for the Indians.
And that's into left field. 1 down.
Because they got a top of the rotation starter in Masterson, and they believe they got a guy who's got a chance to be at least a middle of the rotation starter, maybe more in Hagedorn.
So here's the tank. He's 1 for 3. Outfield around to the right, gap out there in left center. And that's ball 2. Indians trying to take their mark back to 71-71. And the Sox, if we don't do anything, we'll be 72-71. And it counts 3-0. There's 1. There's 2.
Bank of America pitch tracks did have part of the plate.
And the payoff. Lays off of it. He did not go. So the walk, and that'll bring up Alejandro. He's 1 for 3. Well, the Rangers did their thing on the A's, 13-4, so now it's up to the Angels to take the Yankees.
Rangers had a little easier assignment, I believe.
And there's ball 1. To another count.
Well, like a lot of very young left-handers, getting the ball over the plate is problematic for Hagedorn.
You know, it's not as bad as it used to be, though. As in my time zone and then in your time zone, shortly after that, it was, the rule was usually took left-handers a couple of years more than right-handers to find the strike zone. That's no longer the case. He just threw that one right by him. And the count 2-2. There's still a lot of left-handers that apply, or that applies to, is applicable to. Not as much as in the past. And that's popped up left side. Chisenhall's got room. So we're down to our last out. And it's up to Tyler Flowers. First pitch strike. And that hit him.
Got him on the foot, it looked like.
So the walk hit batsman.
Yep, right on the back foot.
And here's Brent. Brent is 0 for 3 tonight. Takes it right there. And we're down to our last bullet. That's high and wide. Hagedorn, when those left-handers just fire and fall back.
He's got a big arm.
Yes, he does. Two on, two out, 2-2 the count. I wonder what would happen here if we were to just kill one.
Get one out of the park?
Yeah.
You never know.
Do some puckering. And that is straight back. Yankees leading the A's 1-0, top of the 4th inning. The Angels, I should say. That breaking ball misses, so a full count. This will be the 27th pitch.
Runs it from 0-2 to 3-2. And Gordon Beckham has got a couple of hits and 3 at-bats tonight. Waiting in the on-deck circle.
And the payoff. And that's ball 4.
Maniac didn't want to get his bullpen up, and he certainly doesn't want to bring anybody else in, but he might be forced to do that. Because the bullpen is up. And now everybody going to the mound to kill some time for that bullpen to get loose. Chris Perez, the closer.
He's the last one he wanted to get up, unless he needs some work.
Didn't want to bring him into this. Here comes Tim Belcher.
Tim Belcher, good man, good teammate, protected his players. You hit one of his, he's going to get 2 of yours. Very, very competitive.
He's done a real good job with his pitching staff in Cleveland. Because they weren't highly thought of when this season started, but they've done a nice job.
So here we go. Sox packed with our guys. Sox. And here's Gordon, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. A single, a double. And takes strike 1. And the count 0-2. Just underneath that one. Right here, Gordon. Short and quick, buddy. And the 0-2 pitch. And that is in the LG Skyline Club seats. Checks it up, ball gets away. So here comes the attack. He'll score. And it's an 8-4 game. At least we're giving them a finish.
It's like probably a pass ball.
So that will be an unearned run.
That is a pass ball.
Up to this point. Be the 34th pitch by Hagedorn in this inning. And he's not done yet. Two and two. Marsden's one of those catchers that makes his mitt makes everybody sound like they're throwing about 100.
I used to love those guys.
Oh, sure. Not all catchers can do that. And another foul ball. So Gordon battling hard.
And with some of the guys that the mitt was just absorbed the baseball where you couldn't hear it, you'd just as soon not throw to those guys. You get me one that pops. 10th pitch of the at-bat as Gordon's battling. The Bank of America pitch tracks shows you that Nick Hagedorn is all over the place with everything.
Funny thing about it, he's trying to throw it right down the middle.
And Gordon is yet to give way.
And another one. So pitch number 39 coming up.
Might be able to be a starter if he can throw 300 pitches.
I've never seen that one. I've seen 256 by Sam McDowell. And Nolan Ryan threw over 200 a lot. So once again, the 2-2. Both these guys got to get tired. I tell you, it's tough to swing the bat that many times in that short of time.
That's a lot of pitches.
Breaking ball. He got it over, and this ball game is over. So the Indians even up this series of the game apiece, and it was just a couple of mistakes to Lonnie Chisenhall that got us in trouble.
Yeah, that really was the difference for Mark Burley, who saw his record drop to 11-8, 14-17 for a career against the Tribe.
And let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is the 21-year-old third baseman Lonnie Chisenhall. 2 two-run homers, and that for the most part got the Indians started. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angio, our producer Mike Leary, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark